Hey, welcome back to Play and Trade Guitars. I'm John, that's Zach behind the camera, and this is Play and Trade Guitars, where we play it and trade it. Taking a look at the world of acoustic guitars today with the workhorse of acoustics from Gibson and Epiphone. Today looking at the Epiphone J-45. This is a beautiful guitar at a price point of $749. Comes with onboard electronics. I'll tell you all about it. We'll look at some bench specs, and then of course we'll plug it in and play it. You can also check out our Gibson J-45 video and the comparison video comparing this Epiphone and Gibson J-45 head-to-head. But these workhorse guitars, as they're dubbed, are the king of the sloped shoulder guitar as opposed to the squared shoulder guitar. These sloped shoulder dreadnoughts have been famous since the early 1940s, and Epiphone in the Inspired by Gibson line is doing fantastic work with these. Let me show it to you, and remember, if you're in the market for this guitar or any other gear, click to buy gear using our link. It really does help us. You get fast free shipping and really easy payment plans that makes buying new gear super easy. Now this is an exciting guitar because this is solid wood. You're talking about the traditional tone wood lineup of a Gibson J-45, meaning Sitka spruce top, solid mahogany back and sides, and mahogany neck. And the only real difference in terms of wood is going to be this Indian laurel fretboard in place of rosewood, but they went very high quality in terms of the woods overall on the Epiphone variation. You've also got this under saddle pickup system from Fishman, which is really nice to be able to plug it in. You plug it in via the end pin here, and just a good full-bodied acoustic. Everything looks fantastic. Let's go get some measurements and take a closer look on the bench. All right, starting up at the top of the headstock, you have the gold script Epiphone on a Kalamazoo 60s style headstock in the Inspired by Gibson line. Really looks sharp. Love these tuners. Look at that. You got the 3-strip plate tuners here with the ivory buttons. Again, mahogany neck here. This is going to be a rounded profile. We'll get a measurement in a second. But you got that nice deep-bodied J-45 shape with, again, the sloped shoulder style, which made the J-45 famous. And you got this Indian laurel board with the perloid dot inlays, a nice, beautifully appointed pickguard here, and then you got this fixed belly-up bridge here. Beautiful looking guitar. I'll get the strings out of the way so we can get some precise measurements. So check this out. I love little details like this. You got a real bone nut here. The bone nut itself measures in at 1.69 inches, a little bit narrower than a Gibson J-45, which would be about 1.72, but that might make it a little bit more comfortable to play. It does have a rounded neck, so let's see where that comes in. A rounded C-shaped neck, 0.82 inches at the 1st fret, and I'll give you a 9th fret at 0.96 inches at the 9th. So in terms of overall scale length, it's going to be standard Gibson scale length at 24 3/4 inches. And then body depth, you got this nice thick body here coming in at 4 3/4 inches, just under 4 3/4 inches for body depth. And then at the widest bout in the bottom, we're about 16 inches. And at the top, near the shoulders, we're 11.5 inches. Epiphone J-45 weighing in at 5 pounds, 2 ounces, we'll call it 5.2 pounds. Get a look at the back too. Again, mahogany back. Beautiful binding across the guitar. I'll flip it around and we'll get an initial reaction on the playing. Nice big projection. Good comfortable neck. Everything feels great. Construction is top notch. And it's really nice too. You have the volume and tone control for the pickup right here in the sound hole if you need to reach for the volume or tone. And I like the rounded shape of the neck. It feels good in my hand and comfortable, easy to play. Good projecting volume. We'll get it plugged in so you can really hear it. Compare it to a mic and also the DI signal coming from this Fishman pickup. Remember, if you're in the market for this guitar or any other gear, click to buy using our link. I'll see you on the other side of our demo. Remember to drop a comment and let me know what you think of this Inspired by Gibson Epiphone J-45. Beautiful guitar so far. All right, the Epiphone J-45 from the Inspired by Gibson collection. It does not disappoint, does it? I'm super impressed for $749. You can drop a comment and let me know what you think of the sounds as I get ready to tell you my raw reaction and final score. I based that final score on three main things, and that's overall playability, overall sound, and overall value. And no surprise here, it's gonna get high points in value. But let's kick it off with overall playability. This guitar was flawless to play. It did not get in my way at all. I guess a couple things I'll just point out. If you're in the market shopping for an acoustic, keep in mind it is dreadnought style, so there is no cutaway. So the neck meets the body at the 14th fret, so you'll have access up until about there. But really, that's okay, because this guitar speaks for itself, and this guitar played flawlessly. The Indian Laurel fretboard felt great. I always think that if they're not going to put rosewood, the Laurel really is a good compromise and a good slab to put on there for the fingerboard. Very playable. All right, when it comes to sound, the guitar itself carried a slightly higher treble sound and a big projecting voice, and all of that combined to be a well-rounded guitar that cuts really nicely, and this guitar sounded fantastic. The onboard electronics give you easy access in the sound hole for the volume and the tone, and I was impressed with it sounded. We also ran this through an AKG C414 microphone, and you got to hear both blended. So check out that microphone also if you're in the market for a good acoustic microphone. All those are going into Apollo preamps. Now, and when it comes to value, this is where this guitar is really going to score highly. And value, keep in mind you will have to get a case. If you're going to buy this guitar, make sure you get yourself a hardshell case. It doesn't come with a gig bag or a hardshell case. But at $749, you're getting solid woods, and you're getting the heart and soul of what makes a J-45 a J-45. Epiphone nailed this one. Super impressed in all those regards. So if I had to talk scores, overall playability, like I said, this guitar did not get in my way. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 9.2 in overall playability. Overall sound, I'm gonna give it an 8.8, and overall value, I'm going to give it a 9.0 for an overall score of 9.0 for the Epiphone Inspired by Gibson J-45. Grab yours, great guitar. You can click to buy gear using our link. That really does support us, so thanks for all of you who have bought gear using our link. Make sure you subscribe to Play and Trade Guitars. We're growing quickly, thanks to all of you. We'll see you on the next video. Drop a comment and let me know what you think of the Epiphone J-45, and check out our video on the Gibson J-45 and our head-to-head comparison. See you on the next video.